record this. Here we go. Okay, we're recording now. So welcome everybody to Hilula 5780. Who would have thought last year that this is how we'd be celebrating the Hilula? But thank you everybody for coming out. We're almost at 50 people, which is wonderful attendance. And many of you are with your spouses. So, you know, it even counts for more. So like I said, we're going to start off with a piyut. This piyut is called Ashir Lichvod Haverim. It was written by none other than Rabbi Yaakov Abu Chatzera in honor of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yohai. These are his actual words. It's a beautiful song. It became very, very famous in Israel, especially in the last few years. What you were listening to when you came into the channel was the piyut Va'amartem Kol Lechai Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. That was written by the Ben Ish Chai, Rabbeinu Yosef mi Baghdad. So you can see that even the Chachamim of the Sephardic Chachamim, not only were they so great in their halachot and they were masterminds in their field, but they even had the ability to write poetry, to write music. And that's who we're dealing with, how great our tzaddikim were. So I'm going to do that. We're going to play that song. And again, we're going to stay muted, but you're going to see the words on your screen. And through that, you'll be able to sing along this very easy song called Ashir Lichvod Chaverim, written by Rabbi Yaakov Abu Chatzera in honor of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. So I'm going to share the screen again. I'm going to play the song. All right. Gotta move this. Here we go.
לכבוד החברים ובראשם מלכה מהרים אשיר לכבוד החברים ובראשם מלכה מהרים בר יוחאי עוקר הרים ודורש טוב לעמו יללל 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 רבי שמעון בר יוחאי נחתם בכתר תורה גלולים בו עשרה נחתם בכתר תורה גלולים בו עשרה ראונה בעטרה שעיטרה לו אמו יללל 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 רבי שמעון בר יוחאי كبير بينه وحرام ربي العزر أشرف كبير بينه وحرام ربي العزر أشرف يخنس بابا حدرف شنم ملك شين أمه يللل 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 ربي شمعون bar Yohai יכיר עם זכות אבות השיג מעלות רבות יכיר עם זכות אבות השיג מעלות רבות נגלו לו לבנתיבות בהם רבים יחכמו יללל 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 רבי שמעון בר יוחאי שערים עלה לעיר גיבורים ב50 שערים משם יוצאים נערים ויתהלכו למו יללל 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 רבי שמעון בר יוחאי קו חסד קנה רבי יהודה חנה קו חסד קנה רבי יהודה חנה והעולם בו בנה עושה שלום במרומיו יללל 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 רבי שמעון בר יוחאי וזהו ראש קדושה רק לא בא אלה שלא שם וזהו ראש קדושה רק לא בא אלה שלא שם אך נכבד הנה השישה הייתה משרה על שכמו יללל 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 רבי שמעון בר יוחאי אשריהו לבר יוחאי שהוא עד בו משיחי אשריהו לבר יוחאי שהוא עד בו משיחי כי ימהו נפש כל החי המה יאכלו בלחמו יללל 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 רבי שמעון בר יוחאי אז זכות רבי שמעון בר יוחאי תגן עלינו ועליכם אמן חזקו עידה כלולה הרבו שמחה וגילה חזקו עידה כלולה הרבו שמחה וגילה ביום זה יום הילולה דודים לכו לחמו יללל 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 רבי שמעון בר יוחאי
I'm muted. I'm sorry. I hope you enjoyed that piyut and you sang along in the very easy song. Beautiful words by Rabbi Yaakov Buchatzera in honor of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. What was it about this tzaddik that you have giants like Rabbi Yaakov, the Ben Ish Chai, writing about him, and you have hundreds of thousands of people going to his kever every single year on the day of his Hilula? Not only on the day of his Hilula, the kever of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai is the second most visited place in Israel, next to the Kotel HaMa'aravi. What makes Rabbi Shimon so special? Why him? Why more than probably any other Tana? We love Rabbi Meir Balanes, we love all the tzaddikim, but Rabbi Shimon, there's something fantastic, there's something unbelievable. next few minutes, I want to share with you an idea, what makes him really so special. First of all, let's start off by saying that it is unfortunate that we are here in our homes, and even in Eretz Israel, they're unable really to go to Meron to celebrate the way that they normally do. I'm sure there are some people there, but clearly not the hundreds of thousands that normally attend this wonderful simcha. But the Chachamim tell us in the Gemara, Kol Talmid Chacham she'omrim shemua mipiv ba'olam hazeh siftovtav dovevot ba'kever. That anyone in whose name a teaching is quoted in this world, his lips move in his grave. And with that, we can make an extraordinary connection with the soul of the tzaddik. Just by talking about Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai and his greatness, we actually build a connection. So while we cannot go physically to Meron, while we cannot physically come together in the Bet Knesset to do what we normally do, but we still have an opportunity here virtually to speak about his greatness, and with that we build a connection to Rabbi Shimon. There is so much to talk about Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai. When you hear the name Rabbi Shimon, automatically the first thing that comes to your mind is the story with him and his son in the cave, where he spent 13 years of his life. There he was able to absorb and acquire all the secrets, the Sodot of the Torah, which is known today as the Kabbalah, the Zohar. He found it there in the 13 years. And it's a wonderful story, amazing story how it turned out, but probably heard it before. He had to run away from the Romans. And then it wasn't only until Eliyahu Navi came after 13 years where God performed miracles for him. They told him that the Roman Caesar is dead, the one that wanted to kill him is dead, and he can come out. That he was able to come out. He went back after 12 years, and then he came back. He went back again for another year after that. Amazing, amazing story. But that's actually not what I want to speak about today. I want to speak to you about today a certain statement that Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai said in his life. And I believe it's this statement that made him so great, that carried his legacy for hundreds and hundreds of thousands of years since his death. And the reason why so many people flock to his kever every single year. And through this statement, if I hope I can explain it clearly enough, we'll be able to truly understand what a great individual he was. The Gemara in Masechet Sukkah says as follows, Daf Mem Hey Amud Bet. Amar Rav Yirmiyah Mishum Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai. Rav Yirmiyah said in the name of Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai, Yachol ani liftor et kol haolam kulo min hadin. One sentence. Translation. I have the power to absolve the entire world from din, from strict judgment, from all punishment that is due to them. This is what Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai says. I can do this. Solely, I am able to absolve the whole world from any punishment or any strict judgment that is due to them. Rashi, on this, sees this statement. He says, what is the Gemara talking about? And he says, in my merit, the fact that I suffered, when me and my son suffered in the Me'ara for 13 years, the torment and the suffering that we experience in the cave, we have the ability to exonerate all the sins of Klal Yisrael from that enforcement of din, of strict judgment. This is ultimately why we have such a widespread minhag, that people travel in hundreds to the kever of Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai to remind him of this promise that he made 2,000 years ago, where he pronounced in front of everybody that I have the power to absolve the whole world from din. So anybody that is suffering from a sickness, people that are suffering from parnasah, people that can't get married, people that are looking for children, the reason why they're going through this trouble is because there's din in the world. There's a strict judgment that is hovering over their head. That HaKadosh Baruch Hu felt that they needed to go through this time in their life. So they go to Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai's kever and they say, Rabbi Shimon, You know what you said? You remember what you said? That you have the power to absolve all the deen from Klal Yisrael? Well, I'm praying to HaKadosh Baruch Hu right now. I need you to do something in Shamayim. I need you to pray on my behalf. And therefore, they go to the kever of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yohai to get this, to hopefully get this deen removed. Rabotai, I want to shed some light in terms of who Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai was, because I hope what I'm going to say tonight will change your entire perspective, that this was not just some chacham in the time of the Mishnah. Don't get me wrong. Anyone that lived in the time of the Mishnah were unbelievable giants. Each one had the ability to perform Techiyat HaMetim. But Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai was a step among them, as I hope to prove right now. There's a question that's brought down by the Chachamim as follows, the Baal Shem Tov specifically. He asks that HaKadosh Baruch Hu told Adam Harishon in Parashat Bereshit, he told him the following: don't eat from that tree, because the moment you eat from that tree, you're going to die. Right? This shows that Adam Harishon actually had an option to eat or not to eat. Had he not done so, he would have lived forever. There would have been no death in this world. What's very hard to understand about this statement by Hashem is that there's a midrash that writes that the Torah preceded the world long before the creation of the world. If that's the case, how can the Torah write the concept of death in general? If death was only hanging on Adam Harishon's decision to eat from that tree or not, then why do we find in the Torah, throughout the Torah, laws about death? Zot ha'adam asher yamut ba'oel. Zot ha'torah adam ki yamut ba'oel. We see throughout death in the Torah. How can that be? If the Torah would preceded the world so many years before the creation, why does the Torah talk about death? And especially that it was dependent on Adam Harishon's decision. Look at what the Baal Shem Tov writes, an unbelievable chidush. He says, the Torah that was written prior to the creation of the world, he says the letters were in the same order, but they were not broken up in the words that we know it. All the letters of the Torah actually make up HaKadosh Baruch Hu's name. All the letters of the Torah. But later on, as we're going to see, it was broken up in specific words that make us understand. So in essence, before Adam Harishon sinned, the Torah was in its most pristine form, representing the name of God. After Adam Harishon sinned, HaKadosh Baruch Hu now made it that the words match up in order to show that death is now in the world. And therefore, all the sins and all the punishments that were to happen and found in the Torah only came after Adam Harishon sinned, where this Torah, the way that we know the Torah, the words that we read the Torah, was created. Who mentions this? The Ramban actually brings this down in his commentary to the Torah. He says, look, for example, the first words in the Torah. Bereshit bara Elohim. Bereshit bara Elohim. If I put a space, not after Bereshit, not after bara, I can make a space, Berosh Yitbare Elokim. See how I just changed the spaces in the words. I'm able to divide words differently to make the Torah mean a totally different thing. And therefore, all the punishments and all the deen and all the death wouldn't be mentioned if Adam Harishon didn't eat from that tree. In fact, the Torah, the Midrash writes, was originally, when HaKadosh Baruch Hu made the Torah prior to the world, it was black fire upon a background of white fire. I'm not making this up. This is what the Ramban writes. And therefore, but the problem was, it was impossible for us to read such a thing. It was all Hashem's name. It was skewered. It was too deep for us to understand. Only one person was able to understand this. His name was Moshe Rabbeinu. Moshe Rabbeinu, when he went up to Har Sinai, he was able to see the Torah in its most complete form. But HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, listen, your people and your generations that come after this, you're not going to be able to understand this. it's too difficult. So I need you to write down the Torah similar to the way I created it. Black ink on white parchment instead of black fire over white fire. Black ink on white parchment, and you're going to divide it the way that I tell you to divide it. And that's why we have the Torah that we have today, exactly as it was brought down by Moshe, word for word. Everything was set the way HaKadosh Baruch Hu wanted him to write it down. But this midrash that the Ramban quotes is very, very weird, because the midrash writes that while Moshe Rabbeinu was about to write the Torah on the parchment, the midrash writes that he took the quill, the pen that he was writing with, and before he wrote it, he cleaned it in his hair. This is what the midrash writes. And why does the midrash need to tell me that? Why does the midrash need to tell me that Moshe Rabbeinu needed to take the pen and wipe it in his hair so that he's able to write properly? It seems to be something that is totally unnecessary for what we need to know. So he says to Arizal something beautiful. What does the hair represent? The hair are actually tubes that stem from your brain. The chokhmah, the deep chokhmah that stems in your brain is now protruded through your hair. And Moshe Rabbeinu, at the time of Har Sinai, he saw this Torah, which was just a bunch of letters. He understood that those letters signify the deep holy name of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Through his wisdom, through the knowledge that came from his head and was able to come out through his hair, he had to clean that off. He had to extract what was actually written to what needed to be written, so that Am Yisrael were able to understand it. And only Moshe Rabbeinu had that ability to do so by taking that knowledge that he had and writing the Torah that HaKadosh Baruch Hu wanted to do so. The Gemara says that Haya HaKadosh Baruch Hu mabit b'Torah u'boreh ha'olam. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, when he created the world, you know how he created the world? He looked in the Torah. He saw the Torah and then he created the world, because we know the Torah preceded the world. So what does this mean? That everything that we find in this world was already found in the Torah. So therefore it stands that death and bad and sickness and all the gezerot and all the deen and the strict judgment only exists because it was foretold in the Torah. That's what it says. He told Adam Harishon, you Adam, you have a choice right now. How is this Torah going to be written? How is the rest of the Jewish people going to learn this Torah? Are you going to eat from that tree, or you're not going to eat from that tree? Unfortunately, Adam Harishon ate from the tree. And therefore, we have a whole bunch of punishment that we suffered through this whole time. And therefore, HaKadosh Baruch Hu on Har Sinai had to tell Moshe specifically, now this is how you have to divide the Torah. Had Adam Harishon not eaten from that tree, then we would have lived forever. We would have received the Torah in its original form, which represented the whole name of God. It would have been complete. This is why this now can help us understand a pasuk that is written in Sefer Yeshaya that makes no sense. The pasuk says that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is telling the prophet Yeshaya, Ki Torah me'iti tetzeh. The Midrash writes, Amar HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Torah chadasha me'iti tetzeh. A new Torah will come from me in the end of days. Chidush Torah me'iti tetzeh. The new aspects of Torah will come. Everyone says, whoa, stop right there. What do you mean a new Torah? Don't we say every single day, or at least every Shabbat, Lo yachalif ha'el velo yamir dato le'olamim. We say this in Yigdal Elohim Chai. The Torah will never change. Not even one letter will change. So what is HaKadosh Baruch Hu telling Yeshayahu? Ki Torah me'iti tetzeh. The Midrash writes, a brand new Torah is going to come. A brand new Torah. Chas v'shalom. The Torah never changes. How is it possible that a new Torah, God saying a new Torah is going to come from me? Based what we're saying is not that. At the end of days, in the time of Mashiach, there's going to be no more Yetzer Hara. There's going to be no more death. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to wipe out the Malach HaMavet, right? He's going to come, like we said in Haggadah, the Shochet's going to come and he's going to kill the Malach HaMavet is going to kill the Shochet, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to kill the Malach HaMavet. So there's no more death. Then the Torah that we know, the Torah that talks about death, the Torah that talks about punishment, the Torah that is ordered the way that we see it ordered nowadays, that's not going to be the same anymore. It's going to be the same letters, but it's going to be different order. It's no longer going to talk about death. It's going to be new for us. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu tells Yeshayahu in the end of days, Torah Yetzeh Meiti, the new Torah, the Torah that I intended originally to give. The Torah that represents my name, my holy name. That's what you're going to see. You know, Chachamim ask, why is it that the Torah that we have doesn't have any vowels? Why aren't there nekudot? Or better, why aren't there ta'amim? Can you imagine how much easier it is for a person like me or all the Baalei Koreh in the world if they had dots, if they had nekudot? Can you imagine how easy that would be? Why we have to sit there, break our heads, study, make sure, is it who, is it he? It's spelled the same. Isha, all the different nuances in the word. Why couldn't HaKadosh Baruch Hu tell Moshe Rabbeinu, Moshe, write the Torah and put the dots? It would have made the lives of people reading the Torah so much easier. Based on we said, it can't be. Because there's going to come a day, this answer the Radbaz, it's going to come a day in the time of Mashiach where the Torah is going to go back to its pristine form, for its original form, which is a whole bunch of letters representing God's name. Not the Torah that is divided that we know. It's going to be a totally different thing. And therefore, that's why the Torah is written without vowels, because when Mashiach comes and death is eliminated, all the letters then combine together the way they were supposed to be. If you had nekudot, it would defeat the purpose. You can't do that with nekudot because nekudot represent the names. That's why the Arizal says, that's why we have a minhag to look at the Sefer Torah when we lift it. Why we lift it? Why people look? Some people look for the letter of their name. Why are we looking at the Sefer Torah? Says the Arizal, when you look at the Sefer Torah, you are seeing Hakadosh Baruch Hu. You are seeing his whole name, the way it was meant to be. There's a certain glory that emanates from the Torah as a result of you just staring at it, because those are the same letters that correspond his name. Yes, you're right. Nowadays it's divided differently, and we have Torah and mitzvot, and we have punishment, and we have reward, and all that. But there's going to be a day, says the Arizal, that's all going to change. The letters will be the same, but it's not going to be in the word order, that we know. Let's connect ourselves back to Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. What in the world does this have to do with Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai? Remember, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai says, I have the power to absolve all of Din, all the strict judgment from Klal Yisrael. So this is what you probably don't know. Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai was a nitzotz. He was a spark. He was a Gilgul, a reincarnation of none other than Moshe Rabbeinu. Moshe Rabbeinu was, like I said, the only person on earth who knew the Torah in what it was meant to be in its original form, and had the ability to transmit it into the Torah that we know it today. The Arizal writes, these are his words, ki Rashbi alav shalom haya nitzotz mi Moshe. Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai was a spark of Moshe. וכמו שמשה ברח מפני חרב פרעה והשיג שלמותו שם במדבר, just like Moshe Rabbeinu had to run away from Paro and attain his perfection in the desert, in the 40 years in the desert, כך רשב"י ברח מפני הקיסר, so too Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai had to run away from the Caesar, not Paro, but the Caesar, and he found his perfection where? Not in the desert, but in the cave. 13 years with his son in the cave in Lud. These are the same stories. They went through the same thing. We're going to read, we're going to get to the holiday of Shavuot. Hopefully we'll be in Bet Knesset, but unfortunately it doesn't look like it. But we're going to read the Mizmor of Shavuot, the Mizmor of Tehillim, Samechet. And there in the Mizmor that talks about Har Sinai and Matan Torah, that's all what David HaMelech wrote, hints to that. He makes an allusion to what we just said. The Pasuk in Tehillim writes, many of you know this by heart, Alita lamarom, Shavita Shevi. Right? Remember, this is what's written in the Tehillim. Alita lamarom, Shavita Shevi. This is in reference to Moshe Rabbeinu. Alita lamarom, you went up lamarom, to the heights, to Har Sinai. You received the Torah on the highest level. Shavita Shevi. You came down, Shevi. Shevi is a captive. How exactly does that work? Shavita Shevi. Says the Chachamim, you know what Shevi means? Alita lamarom, Shavita Shevi. Shevi, Shimon bar Yohai. Shin bet Yud. Shimon bar Yohai. Alita lamarom, you went up, Moshe Rabbeinu. You were able to transcribe the Torah from its original form into what we know now. You should know that in the future there's going to be another individual. His name is Shimon bar Yochai. He's going to be a nitzotz. He's going to be a reincarnation of you, Moshe Rabbeinu. And he's going to go in the tent, and guess what he's going to do in that tent? In that tent, he's going to have the ability, he's going to absorb, he's going to learn all the sodot, the same secrets that you learned on Har Sinai. He's going to then spread it around to the whole world. And that's where we have our Kabbalah. That's where we have our Zohar. This is where it comes from. It's from Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai, Alita lamarom, Shavita Shevi. This is the privilege of Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai. And now we understand why Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai said that statement. Because Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai was the nitzotz of Moshe. Moshe Rabbeinu understood the Torah in its original form, in the original order of letters, where there was no death, and there was no punishment, and there was no suffering, and there was no makot, there was nothing, there was no coronavirus, everything was, people were living in peace and in simcha. This is what Moshe Rabbeinu, and one more person, Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai, in the desert, he was the nitzotz. He was able to attain that. So at the end of his life, Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai says, guess what I'm able to do? I know how to absolve din. I know how to absolve the strict judgment in this world because I was in the cave for 13 years. And there I finally saw what the Torah was meant to be. The true, clear, crystal clear Torah, the way the words were meant, representing the name of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, a Torah where no death is mentioned, where no punishment is mentioned, only sweetness, only goodness for Klal Yisrael. I have the ability to absolve the entire world from Din. And maybe, just maybe, that's the reason why there's such a big minhag among Klal Yisrael to light bonfires, to light fires for Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai more than anybody else. Because seeing that Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai's mystical revelations, seeing that his unique power stemmed from the fiery source of the Torah, where originally came from, what HaKadosh Baruch Hu mentioned, this is why we have this symbolic gesture, why we light fires in reference corresponding to the future Geulah, where HaKadosh Baruch Hu said, Torah tetzeh meiti, that future Torah is going to come from me, but it's not the Torah that you know. It may be the same letters, but it's divided differently. It's a Torah that is 100% pure. It is free of all evil. It is free of all punishment and all death. And it's the true black fire etched on the white fire, the way it was meant to be. Ba'amartem kol echai, Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai. May the Torah of Rabbi Shimon enlighten us, may protect us, may act as our heavenly advocate there in Shamayim. Ba'amartem kol echai, Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai, our master bar Yochai, B'ezrat Hashem, he will continue to protect all of Am Yisrael through that, and all the burden, all the stress and the duress and on the evil and the punishment and the deen, he will absolve it in Shamayim. This is what made him so great over everybody else. He had a part of Moshe Rabbeinu with him. Nothing to take away from the other Tanaim, but he had a part of Moshe. Who can say they have a part of Moshe? A part of Moshe that witnessed on Har Sinai what the Torah was meant to be and what the Torah will be in the coming of Mashiach. This is what made Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai who he was. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that piece of Torah. At this point, if you have a candle, let's all light the candle. And while we light the candle, maybe this is a good time to we'll unmute everybody now for a second.
We have to light now.
All right.
You don't want to light the candle, Mama?
I was thinking. Yeah. I mix cheese and 2 slices of
All right, everybody have their candle. I don't know if you all have your candle. the candle.
You have to activate. I can't get the sound. Your audio website.
Baruch Hashem, we're at 70 people now, plus spouses and children. This is wonderful.
Oh,
Everyone grab their candle and light their candle.
This one. What about this one, Joe?
Here we go. Here's the candle. Here's the match.
Fireworks. Or maybe that was the Torah day?
mira.
So get rid of this?
Yeah, okay, there's okay. So even if there was a low thing, I would still do that.
We're gonna give another minute for people to light the candle, and then we're gonna sing the piyut.
No se ve nada.
Oui. Non, tout le monde allume. Tout le monde allume maintenant. Juste, mais tout le monde allume maintenant, tu peux. Tu sais pas?
No, you can't. I'll joke.
Tu prends comme ça. Tu me dis pourquoi tu te dis.
All right. So I've muted you all again. Again, don't take into offense. If you haven't lit the candle, do it now. And what we're going to do is I'm going to share my screen again. And we're going to sing the piyut. We're going to do it. We're going to do 2 tunes of Bar Yohai. Give me a moment here. And then half of it we'll sing together. And then half I'm going to play Jo Amar Zichrono Livracha. So let's just get that here. 1 second. All right, hope everybody can see it. There's the song about Yohai. Nimeshachta asherecham shemen sason mechaverecham bar Yochai shemen mishat kodesh nimeshachta. Please sing with me. Mi midat hakodesh nasata tzitz nezer hakodesh chavu she'al Roshecha perecha bar Yochai moshavto beyashavtam yom menastam yom asher barachtam B'me'arat Tzurim she'amadtam Sham kanitam Hodecha v'hadarecha Bar Yochai Atzeshitim Omdim limudem Adonai hem lomdim or mufelem or haikodehem yoktim halohemam Yorucham Orecham Bar Yochai Veliste שתי תפוחים עליתם, ללקוט בו מרקחים, סוד תורה. כסיסים ופרחים נעשה אדם, נאמר בעבורך. בר יוחאי, נזרת בגבורה ובמלחמת אשת השרם וחרב, הוצאת מטרם, שלפתם נגד סורריך. בר יוחאי, למקום אבני שיש הגעתם, לפני אריה לאיש גם גולת. כותרת על האיש תשורים, ומי ישורך, סידנה בר יוחאי. For the rest of the song, I'm going to play Jo Amar in the other traditional tune. Here it is.
Bar Yohai, בקודש הקודשים קו ירוק, מחדש חודשים שבע שם, בתוצאות 50 קשרתם, כשרשין קשרך בר יוחאי. להיות חוכמה קדומה היא שכבתה, לכבודו פנימה עולה בנתיבות, ראשיתן תרומה את קרו, ממשכתי באורך בר יוחאי. אור מופלא ומעלה יורדה, מלהבית קירבלה כעלומה, בעין קורלה נמתה, עין לא תשורך בר יוחאי. אשרי יולדתך, אשרי העם הם לומדך, ואשרי העומדים על סודך, לבושי חוזר, תומך ואורך בר יוחאי.
Right. Thank you, everyone, for singing along with that. I hope you are able to sing along with me. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to say a special tefillah that was also composed by the Ben Ish Chai to be recited tonight on the night of Lag BaOmer. There's a big segula for Yeshua and a lot of great things. I have that tefillah also on my screen, which I'm going to share with you now. I'm going to read it myself. You can read it with me as well. It's good to read it with me. But if you don't want to read it with me, you can just answer Amen at the end. After the tefillah, we're going to do a Misha Berach for the Cholim and a Misha Berach for the whole Kahal. And then we will unmute everyone and we can all say hi to each other and we'll conclude with that. So we'll reshare the screen. No, not this one. Make it a bit bigger. All right, here is the tefillah. Please read with me. Ana Adonai leman otiyot Hashem HaKadosh, shehu sod chamisha giburot gadlut, shehem sod Hashem HaKadosh haramuz, vesod hakatuv bitchu b'Adonai adead, asher otiyotav elu bemiluam olim mispar shalom, beracha, tova, chaim, chen, chesed, rachamim, chedva, tashbiya lanu, velivnei beitenu, ולכל ישראל שלום, ברכה טובה, חיים, חן, חסד, רחמים, חדווה, עשה למען עמיתך, עשה למען כבודך, עשה למען דתך, עשה למען טובך, עשה למען מלכותך. ויהי רצון מלפניך, אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו, שתעשה למען רחמך וחסדיך, ולמען זכות עבדך רבי עקיבא בן יוסף, ולמען זכות עבדך רבי שמעון בן יוחאי, ולמען זכות עבדך רבי מאיר בעל הנס, ולמען זכות עבדך רבי יהודה בן רבי אילאי, ולמען זכות עבדך רבי אלעזר בן שמוע, ולמען זכות עבדך רבי נחמיה, תרחמנו ותחיינו חיים ארוכים, חיים של שלום, חיים של טובה, חיים של ברכה, חיים של פרנסה טובה, חיים של חילוץ עצמות, חיים שיש בהם יראת חטא, חיים שאין בהם בושה וכלימה, חיים של עושר וכבוד, חיים שתהא בנו אהבת תורה ויראת שמיים, חיים שתמלא כל משאלות ליבנו לטובה לעבודתך וליראתך, ותפתח לנו שערי אורה, שערי כלכלה, שערי דעת, שערי טובה, שערי מגן. אנא אדוני הושיענה, אנא אדוני הצליחנה, כי עמך מקור חיים ואורכני לאור. דרכיך אדוני הודיעני, אורחותיך למדני. טוב אדוני לכל ורחמיו על כל מעשיו. מה רב טובך אשר צפנתי לרעך, פעלת לחוסים בך נגד בני אדם. אנא אדוני למען זכות עבדך הצדיק רבי שמעון בן יוחאי, אשר היה בחינת יסוד יוסף צדיק השם, ועולה מספר שמו כמספר יסוד יוסף צדיק השם. יתוקן מה שפגמנו במידת יסוד צדיק השם, וכל ניצוצי הקדושה אשר פיזרנו יתבררו ויעלו אל יסוד יוסף צדיק השם, וימשך לנו שפע טוב וכן בחסד ושלום מן יסודי יוסף צדיק השם. אנא אדוני למען זכות עבדך הצדיק רבי שמעון בן יוחאי, שעולה מספר שמו כמספר עולם היצירה, יתוקן מה שפגמנו בעולם היצירה, וימשך לנו שפע טובה וברכה ושלום משם, אל השם המאיר בעולם היצירה, ויהיה לנו כוח ואומץ שתעלה נפשנו מן העולם העשייה אל עולם היצירה, ומשם אל השם ויעלנו ועשה עמנו אות לטובה, ויראו שונאינו ויבוסו, יחזו אויבינו ויקלמו, כי אתה אדוני עזרתנו וניחמתנו. אנא אדוני למען זכות עבדך הצדיק רבי שמעון בן יוחאי, שעולה מספר שמו כמספר כיסא שכינה, יתוקן מה שפגמנו בכיסא שכינה, וצקך ותאיר נפשנו, ונזכה להיות מדור וכיסא אל אור שכינה. אנא אדוני למען זכות עבדך הצדיק רבי שמעון בן יוחאי, שעולה מספר שמו 466, יתוקן מה שפגמנו בהרהורים, שעולה מספר 466, ונהיה מוצלים מן מכות שהם מספר 466, ויתוקנו וידחכו הכליות שלנו שהם מספר 466, וימשך לנו מהם עצה טובה וישרה ונכונה תמיד, יהיו לרצון עם נפי והגיון ליבי לפניך, אדוני צורי ונועלי, וכן יהי רצון ונאמר אמן. I'm going to do Misha Berach now for the Cholim and then the Cholot. like we do in the Bet Knesset, I'm going to pause when it's time to insert the names. And then at that point, you can insert all the names of the males. And then we'll do Amisha Berach for all the names of the females that need Refuah Shelema. And then we'll answer Amen to the end of the Beracha. For the males, those males that need Refuah Shelema. Mi sheberach avotenu Abraham, Yitzchak, v'Yaakov, Moshe ve'Aaron, David u'Shlomo. Hu yevarech v'yirapeh et hacholim. בעבור ניתן בלי נדר צדקה בעבורם. בזכר זה הקדוש ברוך הוא ימלא רחמים עליהם, להחלימם ולרפאותם ולחזיקם ולחיותם, וישלח להם מהרה רפואה שלמה מן השמיים, לרמ"ח איבריו ואיבריהם ושס"ה גידיהם. בתוך שאר חולי ישראל רפואת הנפש ורפואת הגוף, השתא בעגלה ובזמן קריב, כן יהי רצון ונאמר אמן. Now, Misha Berach for females. Misha Berach imotenu, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, Leah, Miriam הנביאה ואביגיל, וסרah המלכה ודוד הוא יברך וירפא את החולות. בעבור שניתן בלי נדר צדקה בעבורן. בזכר זה הקדוש ברוך הוא ימלא רחמים עליהן, להחלימן ולרפאותן ולחזיקן ולחיותן, וישלח להן מהרה רפואה שלמה מן השמיים, לרמ"ח איבריהן ושס"ה גידיהן, מתוך שאר חולי עמו ישראל, רפואת הנפש ורפואת הגוף, השתא בעגלה ובזמן קריב, וכן יהי רצון ונאמר אמן. Last but not least, Misha Berach for the Kahal, for everybody here and for our entire community. Misha Berach Avotenu, Abraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov, Moshe, Aaron, David, Shlomo, בכל הקהילות הקדושות והטהורות. הוא יברך את כל הקהל הקדוש הזה, גדולים וקטנים, הם ובניהם, ונשיהם ותלמידיהם, וכל השלהם. מלכה דעלמא, הוא יברך ידכון, ויזכי ידכון, וישמע בקל צלותיכון, תתפרקון ותשתזבון מכל צרה ועקה. ויהי ממרד אדוני בסעדכם, ויגן בעדכם, ויפרוס סוכת שלמה עליכם, ויטע ביניכם אהבה ואחווה, שלום ורעות, ויסלק שנאת חינם מביניכם, וישבור עול הגויים מעל צוואריכם, ויאמר די לשרותיכם, ויקיים בכם מכך שכתוב, אדוני אלוהי אבותיכם יוסף עליכם ככם 1000 פעמים, ויברככם כאשר דיבר לכם, ובא לציון גואל, ובזכות התנא הקדוש רבי שמעון בר יוחאי, זכותו יגן עלינו, כן יהי רצון ונאמר אמן. Just to end off, before I unmute everybody, I just again want to say thank you to everyone that came out tonight. I told you I was going to try to keep it within an hour. I did keep it within an hour. Again, may the zechut, the merit of the tzaddik, the Tanah Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai protect all of us. We're in search of protection. We are in dire search of Yeshua right now. We all need a salvation, every single one of us in our own way. We don't want to continue in our homes as much as we love our homes. We want to see everybody. We need the community. We feel the community. We need to be with each other once again. Our tefillot have to continue. We have to be stronger. And it's days like today, like the days of the Hilula, this great tzaddik, where our tefillot can go so much further because he's there in Shamayim helping us. Him and Moshe Rabbeinu and all the great tzaddikim are there taking our tefillot, and Be'ezrat Hashem, they will be answered speedily. And we hope to see you all in person again. Have a wonderful night. And with this, I will unmute you all so you can all say hello to each other.
Thank you.
Hello,
God
everyone.
bless you.
Baruch,
Ari.
Baruch, Rabbi.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, as long as you guys are non-Ashkenazim anymore, you guys are
Thank you. Hi, Maria.
Good to see you.
I ran out of Purell.
Thank you. Very nice to see you.
Allez, fais-en Purel,
Qu'est-ce qu'il se passe? Keep on. C'est pour mon frère de Kaja.
Non, je vois les autres.
Allez, bring me 5 boxes of
Allez, Henri, là-bas.
Spread Torah, not yours.
עכשיו הוא פתח את זה.
Hello, Mr. Sam. ¿Cómo estás?
How you doing?
Smaya. I got to Smaya Kislasi.
Everyone here.
Hey, Sally.
You.
That's you, Elias. Look,
You're the only guy.
right there. The phone.
Ay, ay,
Oh,
ay.
that's yourself.
We join every night.
Hi, everyone. Miss everyone. The synagogue is ready for you guys. Las novias están listas, preparadas para
Dani
ustedes.
Amar.
Medina, how are you?
Si tu me vois là-bas.
Ah, je te vois, monsieur Bezakar.
Well, Kislasi.
Tu me vois? Maurice Bezakar, hello.
Je te vois, monsieur Bezakar.
Oh, hello.
Mira,
Like a Baruch. Where are you, Mr. Bezakar?
friends.
You're moving around.
That's mine.
Balagan, Balagan.
Yeah, he gave me that one. He gave me that one. And I said, another Australia. Yeah, he gave it to us.
I need
Give it to us.
Medina. How's your sentence Shabbat?
He bought it a couple $100.
How is he?
Get back on, Bob. I was seeing you. I've seen you. Get back on.
This is worse than shul.
Go back on. I can see you.
Stay here because I have to drop you off at home and go to work.
In order to
Henri, chante. Henri. Chante, Henri. Quelque chose de Rabbi Shimon.
هنوز اینا دارن با هم همه دارن من
Yeah, I hope you guys are all Moroccan now, finally. I hope so. Great, bro.
Hi, Sam.
See you there for sure.
Maria, how are you?
Oh, that's
Doing good?
Je dois être là-bas.
Miss you.
Oh, Mr. Bezakar.
Oh, hi, how are you?
Español o en anglais, ne parle pas en français.
Okay.
Yeah, I miss you guys.
I know, yeah.
¿Quién conoces?
Es la que...
All the talking.
Oh, they'll have the big ones. Saban.
There is Esther. How is Esther doing, Maria? The granddaughter is okay? Okay, if you talk to her, say hello to me.